Kedves nézők, a CNN hírtelevízió készített egy exkluzív interjút Gyurcsány Ferenc miniszterelnökkel. Kérem, tekintsék meg velünk együtt.
Okay. You've said that the lies have been going on for 10 years or longer, but you've admitted to lying to the people for a year and a half. Why in that year and a half were you lying to them? Why didn't you stop it sooner? Why didn't you tell them the truth sooner? The reality was you were lying because you wanted to be re-elected. I mean, you needed to perpetuate the lies, otherwise your party wouldn't be re-elected. To tell the truth.
The truth, this is what I was campaigning with. Politics, it was a real question.
But in that time, the budget deficit was high. You were telling the people that the opposition politicians were saying the budget deficit is high, don't listen to the Prime Minister. You were telling them that's wrong, that's ridiculous.
Yes.
That was bold-faced lies to the people. So you weren't strong enough not to lie.
In the budget. I will. It's true that
in that time, in that year and a half when you were lying to the people, what's going through your mind? You know you're standing in front of your countrymen and you're not telling them the truth and you're supposed to be leading them. What's going through your mind? How do you feel about it?
That we should start, we should launch, because it can make them rich and can give them a fortune as a gift. Not about concrete figures or data.
But you've violated the fundamental tenet of what politicians are supposed to do, which is be honest with their people. You've violated that. How can you expect them now to respect you and say, okay, carry on, Mr. Prime Minister?
It's much more complicated. It's much more complicated.
But it's okay to lie?
It's much more complicated.
Well, is it okay to lie?
If you and changing your life, and you are you use it's what as you understand that's it's not the real truth. No.
Why should you be the man to continue to do that now when you've admitted that you weren't strong enough to do that, and this has only come out because somebody's leaked the tape, not because you wanted it to come out? You have a huge crisis now.
No, I think it was about the unavoidability of these changes, and I think this was the only option to start these reforms.
You've been forced into this position right now because these tapes have been released. Nobody would have ever known that you'd been lying if these tapes hadn't been released. You would have just continued with it because you weren't strong enough to make the strong changes, the strong reforms, and the honesty that you now say you're prepared to make.
No, the study of the strong, heavy program of adjusting the budget. We are the only one in Hungary, and which ended.
Why should anybody believe you now?
Because I'm the only one.
So there are bigger crowds out on the street tonight, and this seems set to continue.
Therefore.
And they're telling you to leave. They're telling you to leave your job. They want
Yes.
someone else. You lied to them.
And many,
Where are they? You say they're in the house. The people are on the street telling you to leave.
it's a sometimes question of the habit of the nation.
And the habit of the leaders has been to lie.
No,
You said it was.
no.
And the habit of the leaders has been to lie.
No,
You said it was.
no.
And the habit of the leaders has been to lie.
No,
You said it was.
no. As to no, because in many.
But I come back to the point, and you come back to your point. I come back to the point that during that year and a half, you weren't strong enough, that you lied to the people.
We are repeating of ourselves.
We are.
I understand what you ask.
Is this going to make you stronger now? Are you going to be able to enact stronger reforms that the critics say you need to do to bring the deficit down?
I'm strong enough to do that.
You were already?
I am.
Is this going to make you stronger?
It will make me stronger.
Some people would describe you as a real political survivor, and that this event is only going to enhance your ability to survive and to make those reforms. When do you think that the deficit is going to be brought down to such a level so you can get your entry into or join the the Europe 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 entry into or join the the European currency.
Our program deficit contains the target that in 2009 we are reaching this level.
You think this will happen by 2009?
It not happen. It doesn't happen. We do it.
How are you going to do that? What are the reforms you're going to make? Because right now you're not on track to do it.
I'm on the track. But
are you concerned at all that the current security situation will escalate, that the protests will grow?
We have to respond to this challenge in a very reliable way, talking, hearing what people say and answering. But I think the majority of the people is supporting us.
So you won't step down?
Pardon? 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 Pardon?
So you won't step down?
I won't.
Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot.
I appreciate it. Maybe I'm a slow learner.
Yeah, you will stop.
I appreciate it. So you won't step down?
Okay, anytime.
Okay.
Okay, anytime.
Okay.
Okay, anytime.
Okay.
Term.